Welcome back to Game On. Now, for any of the youngsters watching, and as far as rivalries go, earlier on we talked about coaches that make for good rivalries. There's also players that make for good rivalries. And right here in South Africa, there was no better pairing in the rivalry than Brian Baloyi and Jerry Skhosana, one for Kaizer Chiefs, the other for Orlando Pirates. Every time those two sides came together in the 90s, we talked about whether it would be Brian's day or Jerry's day. So both of the gentlemen join me here as we talk about football development and something a little special to both of you. I know both of you hold it close to your hearts. Jerana, for you, Jerry Skhosana Winter Games for Juniors is something that's special to you. It's been happening for a while. I was telling how, and it's still good to be in the past in developing youngsters.
Yeah, I think it's something which we in fact, I brought to Hollywood Bets because I started it 2012 because amongst estratini uzobona abantwana kwi-school holidays bedlala nje kuphela bayalwa kwenzakala into wrong, so I thought of bringing them together bazodlala because it's a school holidays.
Yeah.
So into enze ukuthi ngiqale ukuthi ngenze ukuthi kuzoba ne-under 11, under 13, under 15 because I wanted to accommodate everyone. But that also came where O'Brien came to Hollywood Bets as well.
Yeah.
And with the same idea that we had, we started like doing the Jerry Skhosana, Brian Baloyi schools tournament. I think he can like elaborate on that, and it's something which we are passionate about in terms of juniors because we know where we come from, both of us. Pasas go Pirates and Chiefs. Let's call in Spain is rival.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, our friendship comes a long way where we used to play against each other at school to a point where we played for the same team, you know, in school when we played provincial tournaments with Alex Tembisa. So Alex Tembisa as well comes a long way. We've had a tournament, schools tournament, where it was called the Brian and Jerry tournament.
Sure.
Schools tournament where we had 4 schools from Alex and 4 schools from Tembisa playing against each other. And we had this tournament and supported by Hollywood Foundation. I mean, we did it for about 3 years until COVID. We stopped it during COVID, but we had this tournament. And just from that, I mean, conversations that we've had, especially when we talk about what are our problems in South Africa. The 2 biggest problems that we have in South Africa is strikers and goalkeepers.
And I believe you're doing something now, looking to improve goalkeepers as well.
Yes, I'm doing something now where idea we had was to have a goalkeepers and a strikers academy.
Sure.
And on certain days then, because goalkeepers, you need strikers to shoot.
Yeah, bro.
And strikers, they need
goalkeepers to save, yeah.
So we had this idea that one day we want to have a Brian Baloyi goalkeeper academy and a Jerry Skhosana strikers academy.
Okay.
And so that's something that is still very much in the pipeline. But right now, I'm very close to, launching my own goalkeeper, goalkeeper school, if you may say, and where we will start with doing coaching clinics and going around the country, starting in Gauteng. Very much in advanced stages, but my dream is to see that goalkeeper academy up against the Jerry Skhosana Strikers Academy.
Yeah, no, I'd love to be there just to report on that one after it's all said and done in telling the story. But, gents, the importance of gentlemen in your positions, where you've started off much Champions League, we remember in our time, and went all the way through to the professional leagues, the national team, to give back with all that experience and all that you guys know. How important is that?
I think it is. It is important. Yes, because that's how we grew up. There was something in terms of soccer tournaments that brought us together. You know, we also played the Super C, which took us to Midlands by then, which is it's now called Peter Maritzburg.
Sure.
We played there at the stadium, Harry Gwala, in the final against the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns group. You know, Abu Fire Masilela, Abu Delayed, Tupi. We were still young. You know, he was my keeper. I was the top goal scorer.
Talking 1991.
Imagine. We were still kids, so we know the importance. So we like it because we brand ambassadors to a company that is also looking at the juniors. You know, how do we nurture them to be better, going forward. So this is an opportunity that we've got in terms of working with the Hollywood Bets, but obviously because of the juniors, we've got Hollywood Foundation that is being utilized. So I think what we're discussing with Brian, it's something that we want to see growing. Because a lot of clubs have got their own academies where a player, he moves, there would be a lot of hullabaloo about I started him there and there. So if they start from outside, like the way we grew up, it's easy for players to go to any team in the professional rank.
Yeah. Tell you what, everyone is looking forward to the clash between the strikers and the goalkeepers from both your academies. Let's find out more about the Skhosana Winter Games for Juniors, sponsored, of course, by Hollywood Foundation. Gents, let's have a look.
Every story has a beginning, one filled with hope and big dreams. Hope that the journey can see one fulfill their early promise and the outcome becomes something truly special. Every story has a legend, and it's an even better story when legends give back to those who have less. Because what is life without lending a helping hand? The Skhosana Junior Games, which are powered by the Hollywood Foundation, provide such a platform for youngsters to begin their journey to the top of the beautiful game.
Well, when I started looking at this tournament, I mean, there were a lot of things when I was driving around, because I was still a player then. When you drive around, you see these kids in the street, others fighting amongst each other, playing like in the middle of the street where they put the 2 poles in terms of the brakes. And I was like, it's the school holidays. And obviously these kids, there's nothing that they do. You know, they will be doing a lot of wrong things on the street because they don't have something that will group them together. After that, when I joined Hollywood Bets, I put the ideas to them. They came, they saw it happening, and they were more than happy.
Jerry was famously known as Legs of Thunder during his glittering career. And during those golden years, he received a lot of support from his people in Tembisa. That's one of the major reasons why he feels the need to give back and play a part in developing the next generation of young stars with the help of the Hollywood Foundation and the Skhosana Foundation.
Where is it that I contribute? A lot of people gave support to me, especially in Tembisa. A lot of people were behind me. A lot of people were inspired by me. So now this is an opportunity to say, bring your kids so that I can nurture them to be what you saw when I grew up. So this is exactly my passion, to see most of the people, because most of the kids here, their fathers schooled with me. Some of them, we played together a football. So for me to do all of this for the future, it's more like building the community together to say, let's support each other, bring your kids, let's have a good drive of what we want to achieve.
So there you have it, a fun show indeed. We hope you at home have enjoyed it. We've looked at pre-season, including a bit of development as well, in looking at the future of the beautifully South African game. So, Sinbonga Nonke Makaya for taking the time to join us here on Game On. We'd also like to extend a special thank you to Brian Baloyi, Skhosana, as well as Shane McGregor, from myself, Sizo Mapena, and the rest of the team that is behind the scenes. Click, click, bang.